What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode in the Celta Vigo save. And I'm excited for today's episode because by the end of it, we'll know who's going to be out in first place in our group stage of the Champions League. And we'll also know who is going to be out in second place. So I'll take a look at the group now. That's the top scorers. I'm in the wrong section. I need to be in the table section. Good start to the episode, isn't it? We're still unbeaten as well in the league, so we're looking to continue that form. We've got a tough first game coming up in a moment against Athletic Bilbao, so we'll get into that in just a moment. But as you can see, the group itself, my ugly mug's going to block the top two. Celta are through no matter what. They cannot be caught by Benfica. PSG, though, can still catch us. So we face PSG in our final game. If we beat them and Benfica win against Anderlecht, we will knock PSG into the Europa League and Benfica will join us in the next round because PSG are on 8 points and Benfica are on 7. So we could sink PSG out of the competition. But as we are already through, the likelihood is that with our stretch squad already, of course, long-term injuries to Fekir, Gomez and Emery Moore, we won't be able to name our strongest team probably. So yeah, we've got to think about that as well. Nevertheless, we're about to get into the first game against Bilbao. I honestly think I'm just going to play our strongest team that we have available. Of course, Pion Sisto has been in insane form for us. He's been the best player by a country mile this season. Pereira has 10 goals in 20 games. He's got 11 goal contributions in 20, 7 goals in La Liga, which is a good return for a midfielder, actually. But look at Sisto, 9 goals, 5 assists. That's 14 goal contributions in 22 appearances in all competitions, which is brilliant. Of course, we're missing Fekir slightly. You can see his contribution as well has been good, but he is now injured. Interestingly enough, I mentioned it last episode, Belotti, we stopped that £108 million deal to Red Bull Leipzig going through. He's only scored 1 La Liga goal this season. He's got 6 assists, though. So for the top scorer of the competition last year, it's not been a good season this season. As already, Unal leads the list with 11 goals. Whereas our closest is Sisto on 5. So, oh wait, no, Pereira on 7. Yeah, there we go. But still, 1 goal for Andrea Belotti is pretty damn ridiculous, considering the fact that we could have let him go for 100 and something million. But hey, not going to complain about it. He is a quality player. We know the quality he has got, of course. With the January transfer window around the corner, I do have a few players in this list who have expiring contracts that I want to talk about. But we'll get into that later on. And now it's time for game 1 up against Bilbao. I'm excited to say the least. I think we're going to be able to win this game quite comfortably. I've got confidence in the boys. It's obviously not going to be an easy game. They will give us a really good run for our money. But given the fact that we're unbeaten still, I want to keep that going. And Pion Sisto needs to find his form early on in this one. Of course, he's been so deadly in the last 2 episodes that we just have to get him on the ball whenever we can. Whenever he runs forward, he causes problems for defenders. And we also probably do need to get Belotti a goal or 2 just to give him a little bit of confidence moving forward. So, game 1 about to come up. We'll see what kind of result we get from this one. And provided Belotti scores, I'll be pretty happy with that one. And already the ball given away by Bilbao. Not a great start from them at home. Cyprian, lovely ball towards Marcos Alonso already. Dinks the cross in. It's a poor ball from out wide from Marcos Alonso. Since he's come in, right, he's been good, Marcos Alonso, but then there's times I just think to myself, his delivery is so dangerous from wide areas that sometimes he doesn't get it right in games when we need him to. Cyprian in towards Sisto, gets it back from him as well. We'll find Pereira this time. You know, we'll find Vas. We're in control here early on, like we always are pretty much, but we need to get the goal. Here is Cyprian again towards Andrea Belotti. Lovely turn, Belotti in. Belotti! Wide of the post. An on-form, you know, scoring Belotti would have hit the target there. And that's the problem. I think the offer from Red Bull Leipzig, the £108 million, has seriously messed with his mind a little bit. Maybe he needs some time out of the team, possibly, to regain his thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments, because maybe it's too much of a risk, you know, dropping Belotti. But the way he's playing, he needs to find his form somehow. We've got to get him back into that sort of form he was in previously. Here is Vas. Now Belotti in towards Sisto. Looking back towards Belotti. Belotti's in. Belotti! There we go! It's the goal for Andrea Belotti. And there he is, back scoring at least. Second league goal of the campaign. I can't believe I'm saying it's the second league goal because he scored an abnormal amount last season. Top scorer, the best player. He got player of the year. He was so on form that you compare it to this time and he's just a shadow of his former self. But that's back to his best. A lovely finish. Giving the keeper the eyes before slotting it in with the left foot. I've got to give credit to Sisto again, though, because he made the goal. Pion Sisto, seriously, is stepping up. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some of the big clubs in Europe coming in for him this season. Might be a pretty tough season if they do make some crazy offers. I mean, look at that one. Santi Mina, we sold him to 70 million to Dortmund after he was in good form. Sisto could potentially move as well if the offer's right. Sisto again in towards the penalty area. Pion Sisto now. It's 2-0. Oh, this is what I mean. He's so good. Pion Sisto is the best player in this Celta Vigo side at the moment by far. He set up the first one. He completely makes the second. This is a great finish. And although he lacks the composure sometimes, you can't say anything else than that this is brilliant. Does the defender with the little feint and then gets in. And that's a quality finish. 2-0 Celta. And we aren't even at half-time yet. This is a fantastic start. Both our strikers scoring. Looking for Pereira. In towards Alan. Back to Pereira. Andres Pereira now. Does the nice feint. Gets in the box. This should be 3-0 if we can get the right pass across. No, he can't. Great defending. Oh, that's that chance that I speak about. You know, we need to do better with it when we get in that area. Belotti will find Pereira, who feeds now for Daniel Vass. He's on the edge of the area. Vass cuts inside. Left-footed strike, and it's off target. We've had chances to find this third, and we haven't taken them, unfortunately. But still, going in the break, 2-0 up, I'll be quite happy with that. And things are going very well indeed for the boys at the moment. They are dominating the play, and look, they're more likely to add this third. Again, we have been fantastic in this first half. We need to keep the pressure on, though, and remain concentrated for the second. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to bring off Pereira, and I'm actually going to bring on Oriol Busquets. We'll move probably Vass up to cam, I think, and then put Alan like that. So, yeah, one change at the break. Oriol Busquets on, Pereira off. Just to keep in mind, I don't want to risk injuries, so I don't want my players getting too low in the fitness and then obviously becoming more likely to pick up an injury. Alonso, Sisto, lovely play, Cyprian, right-footed effort, and that's a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. As soon as his second half has begun, we're picking up where we left off, on form, and definitely close there with that effort. Hugo Mayo to De Ligt now. Here is Alan. Now we'll find Cyprian. Lovely play. Cyprian whips the cross into a really good area, and Gil gets there again, but Cyprian should win that back. Never mind. In the end, Bilbao come away with it, but again, we are pretty much dominating here. That is a great knock, though. That's surely offside, ref. No offside flag goes up, and here comes a Bilbao chance now. Can we defend it is the question. No, we cannot. 2-1, Bilbao. I know it looks like that is going to be a really good goal from their perspective, but what on earth has happened there? Because we got caught by one ball. That's their first chance, and they're taking it. I thought it was offside, but the referee hasn't, you know, given anything. And as soon as he turned, I kind of felt to myself, I know this is going in, because obviously the slider settings we have, as soon as you give one chance to the opposition, they'll take it. And I knew that was going to go into the back of the net there. But I'm intrigued. I want to see if that was actually offside. All right, he's actually onside. I think it's De Ligt who's played him on there. The ball comes over, and it is rightfully not given as offside because it wasn't. I think it was De Ligt, the man who played him on. So that's unfortunate. We've been battering them this game, though, and definitely looked like we're going to add a third. But then all of a sudden, the game changes, the dynamic changes. It's 2-1, and there's a way back into it now for Bilbao. We just need to make sure that we don't make any more mistakes in the game, and we should come away with 3 points here. That's the aim anyways, is Belotti. Holds up the play, but then gives it away. I tried to play the pass, but he didn't want to do it in the end. And we're back to watching the old Belotti. Sick. Sisto. Here goes Pion. Alan's made a great run. Chose not to use him just yet, though, as here is Alan now. Got Hugo Mayo on the overlap. Hugo Mayo in towards the box. Mayo shot. It's 3-1. It's through the legs of the defender. We have found that third goal. We have restored our 2-goal advantage. And we're back. And I feel confident that the 3 points are coming back with us. I mentioned earlier, we've done very well up until this point. Bilbao haven't really done a lot. So unfortunate. It goes through the legs of the defender. I thought about maybe squaring this across to Belotti, but then again, there was a few bodies in the box, so I kind of didn't want to run the risk, really. And we instead took the shot on with Mayo. He adds the third, and that is a fantastic finish from our fullback. Delivery from the wide areas today not been brilliant, but at least the finishing has been up to scratch as Mayo wins that back. Great interception. And here goes Alan. And towards Vass, I still can't get over the name Alan. It's just such a cool name to have as a footballer. But still, 3-1 up, and it looks like the 3 points are ours. Here is Alonso in towards Pion Sisto, trying to work the space for the shot. He gets it out of his feet well, but can't actually hit the shot goal bound. And again, one ball, and we find ourselves on the defensive end. It's just that one pass every time that catches us. On the topic of Belotti, though, guys, do let me know your comments down below. I do think that offer that he had from Leipzig has maybe messed with his head slightly because he's looked a shadow of the player. And even though he scored today, he really has been pretty poor in all areas. I've got to say, that looked like it was a handball from the Bilbao man. Again, the cross was weak by Hugo Mayo, so by all counts, our delivery from the wide areas was not good enough today, which is kind of something strange to say, because normally we're very good with those crosses. As I mentioned, Andrea Belotti is back on the score sheet, but his overall performance was a little bit weak there, and I'm not 100% happy with the way he played. A few misplaced passes, not really being able to link up very well, and that's the way it goes sometimes, but he scored his second league goal of the season. Yeah, only his second. And let me know your thoughts down below. Do we put Albo Ruiz in the side, give him a run out, potentially give Belotti some chance on the bench, bring him on in games? Is that the way we go forward? Because at the moment, I'm none the wiser. I just wanted to get him back to the way he's capable of playing. Got a really, really stacked youth academy right now. I'm going to release that guy. I want to try and get as many of these guys, involved in some games if I can, potentially in the future, because a lot of them look really good, especially this guy, Kuruma. We've seen him previously, but I'm hoping his weak foot's going to be really good. I mean, look at this guy, Feng Ling, 81 to 94. Some quality players in this youth academy. So there you go. Belotti scores at last. There is even a news post about him. 8 games he was without a goal, and he finally did score. Also, Pion Sisto's player of the month. It had to be, didn't it? Let's face it. He's been brilliant this year. Oh, sorry, this season, should I say. And, yeah, he's very deserving of that one. Best player of the week. Even got a team of the week as well. But remember, this is looking very likely to what we had with Santi Mina. He won 3 player of the months in total, 2 back-to-back. And then left in January for £70 million. So I've got a feeling maybe Pion Sisto will be the latest guy that will get some offers in for him. At the moment, though, I'm not interested in selling Pion. He, of course, is an integral part of our team. And as it stands at the moment, whew, this guy looks pretty decent. Peru Ruiz Ortega. I'll scout him. And I'm also going to scout this guy as well. Roger Roca Hunke. It's just, yeah. There's so many players that's coming through that are like youth players and just overall kind of, young players, that I just literally have so many to choose from that I don't know which ones I want to, like, train up and stuff. But still, we've got another game here against Osasuna, and this one is the second leg of the Copa de España. We won the first one, so now it's just trying to win this one. We won it, so I think a draw would be enough here. I can't remember if we won it 2-0 or 3-0. But still, we're drawing 1-1 here after Alonso equalised. Reece did pick up an injury, but Ruiz has given us the lead anyway, 2-1. They do score 66 minutes in, and 2-2 is enough, of course, to send us through to the next round. And just like that, we are into the next round of the Copa de España. So we will move forward, and when we get further in, potentially I might start to play the games, but at the moment, I'm not really that interested. We've got another injury, of course, Edison Rees, but this one's only a bruised rib, so it's fine. And back into the La Liga Santander we go. Las Palmas with the latest game that we're going to be playing. Real Madrid have closed the gap on us. After 10 wins in their opening 14 games, they are on 30 points. Of course, you can't see it because my ugly mug is blocking it. 31 points is what we're currently sat on. We do, however, have a game in hand. So if we beat Las Palmas here, who are currently 11th placed, we will move back to 34, which will put us 4 points clear of Real Madrid. Barca are the only other side in the division to remain unbeaten at this point. We have a massive goal difference comparing it to Real Madrid, though. So in terms of that one, we're okay. And it's just going to be about that one. Straight after this, we play PSG, though. So I'm going to name my strong team for the game against Las Palmas. And then I'll have to switch it around for PSG, whichever way I do. Of course, being already through in our Champions League group, I don't think it matters a whole bunch whether or not we get first or second. Because at the end of the day, whoever we play is still going to be quite tough. So if we do have to name a weaker team, so be it. We do actually take the lead. Andrea Belotti scoring his second goal of the episode today. But then, I don't know what just happened. Sisto scored and then Lemos scored. Alonso's giving us another one, though, so we do have a 3-1 lead. Get in. And there is the full-time whistle. Celta 3, Las Palmas 1. We're back to being on 34 points. We restore our 4-point advantage, and we also get another 3 points as well. As I mentioned, though, here is the big game of today's episode. If we win here, we can sink PSG out of the competition, provided that Benfica beats Anderlecht in the final group stage game. So our job has got to beat them. We were so unlucky to not beat them last time that we played against them. Honestly, we deserve to win, and Neymar scored a late equaliser. So yeah, we should have already beaten them in this group stage. We can only try our best to do it again. We're getting so many loan offers for so many players here, which I'm just literally accepting pretty much every single one. Did I just see another offer in there? Okay, no, blocked Hugo Mayo. Okay, yeah. I thought another pre-contract, sorry, what is it called? Release clause fee had been activated. But no, it's just a block that I made for Hugo Mayo because I got so many offers for Hugo Mayo that I don't want to sell him. It's time to face PSG at home. Can we beat them like we should have done earlier, but we didn't manage to in the group stage? I'm sure they'll have their strongest team, Neymar and all sorts. I've named this team. It's a very strong side. The only players to miss out is Pion Sisto. We brought in Regis Crespi. I just decided that as we are already through, we may as well give Regis Crespi a run out. And also Pion, he's been playing well. We don't really want to risk his injury. He's not fully fit, ready to be going in there. So I've put him on the bench today. Ruben Dias comes in at the back. He shouldn't be our captain, so I'm going to swap that around. Ryan Sessegnon and Mbaye are also in the team as well. So let me swap my captain because it really shouldn't be Ruben Dias. It should be Daniel Vass. There we go. Let's jump into it. See if we can get ourselves a victory and hopefully a victory over for Benfica. PSG out of the competition because last time we did this, we played last year. We got out of group winners. You know, we beat Man United in the group and then drew with them. Then we faced them in, I think it was the quarterfinal of the Champions League because we got drawn against them and ended up going out to them. So it would be a nicer experience for us to knock out what I think would be the stronger of the two teams in PSG. So let's see if we can do that. Regis Crespi looking to take on his man. Imagine the scenes if Regis Crespi scores the opener onto his left foot. Regis Crespi has scored his first goal for the club. Regis Crespi did his defender, left-footed effort, scores. Celta 1, PSG 0 at home. What a time to grab your first goal for your club as a professional footballer. This kid's got a bright future. You guys know how excited I am for this kid in the future. I think he's going to be massive for this club. But I tell you what, who cares about the future? It's all about the present. Regis Crespi steps up and fires us 1-0 in front in this game. What a finish from the young man. Cyprian, Belotti, Regis Crespi's in! Regis Crespi for 2-0! I don't believe this! On the stroke of half-time, he has introduced himself to the world stage. The number 9, the young 17-year-old prodigy, has scored his second of the afternoon, and it's Celta 2, PSG 0. What a move it was as well. Belotti's through ball in towards him. Who needs Andrea Belotti when you have got Regis Crespi? Get in there, son. The fans obviously are loving this. We're defeating a team like PSG at our ground, and I'm sure this won't be the first time we're going to see that pop up. Regis Crespi, 2 goals, 25th and 45th minute of the game. I can't wait to see more of that in the future. He's on course for a hat-trick here. I tell you what, he might get it because PSG, they realise how important this game is to them. Of course, if Benfica lose to Anderlecht, then it doesn't really matter. And depending on then, of course, the goal difference and stuff, this could get very, very interesting. But as we go into the break at 2-0 up, second half to come. Neymar already on the front foot for PSG. Not a good start to this second half, and we need to defend it. Rodrigo now. Vass doesn't win that ball. Goes into the box, but Cyprian cuts it out. Oh, it's going to be a goal this. Mahrez. Oh, brilliant defending. Absolutely brilliant defending. I don't know what just happened there because it came from absolutely nothing as Regis Crespi wins a free kick in an advanced area. But that should have been PSG back in this at 2-1, and it's not. They messed it up, but it was good defending, I think, from Ruben Dias in the end, the man that stopped that one. As it comes up towards Pereira. Regis Crespi's in! No, what a save by Trapp! That was the hat-trick moment for Oscar Regis Crespi. Scenes if he'd have got it. What a save by Trapp in the end. Cyprian now coming forward. Got the man overlapping in Ryan Sessegnon. Sessegnon for 3! And that's another phenomenal stop from the goalkeeper. Should be 3-0. Oh, lovely play Mbaye. Now Pereira. Belotti even, sorry, in towards Pereira. And again, we have another opportunity which we can't find the finish of. Remains 2-0 here at home. We are going to take down PSG. The question remains, though, what is the score with Benfica? And could we have sunk them out through goal difference? We'll find out now. The game comes to a close. 2 goals for Oscar Regis Crespi. We do go through as group winners. We will get to see our draw for the next round. And it's all good stuff. Again, match facts wise, definitely deserve to win. So, Benfica and Anderlecht drew 2-2. So I do believe that PSG are now through in second place. Their goal difference was superior to Benfica, but I think it actually comes to a head-to-head record as well. So they'll be on the same points, but one of them will not be advancing to the next round of the Champions League. So as I rightfully stated, because I got it wrong, it wasn't goal difference. It does go down to head-to-head record. We can see Sporting CP and Manchester United go through in Group A. I hope sincerely we haven't got Manchester United, because I tell you what, they didn't win their group. It would be typical if we end up pulling Manchester United in this next round. Please. We've got Group B is Juventus, Liverpool going through. We could get Liverpool. AS Monaco, Barcelona. We went through as top and Benfica. Yeah, the head-to-head record. Benfica must have a better head-to-head record than PSG do. And they go through into the next round of the Champions League. PSG sunk into the Europa League. Bayern will go through with Villarreal in second. Dortmund and Manchester City out of Group F, so we can pull Dortmund as well. Lyon and Madrid out of Group G. Arsenal in the Europa League again. We could pull Lyon. Chelsea, Leverkusen out of Group H. Leverkusen going through in second after the same points as Saint Etienne. Again, we could pull by Leverkusen. But the question remains now, who have we got in that next round? Please don't be Manchester United. Click the button. Okay, so I'm going to look from left to right. Monaco have got Villarreal. Atletico Madrid have got Liverpool. We have been drawn against Leverkusen. Okay. Not an easy draw. But as I mentioned, it won't be easy from here. I'm just glad we haven't got Manchester United. They face Juventus in the round of 16. Sporting CP will play Barcelona. Man City will face Benfica, of course, out of our group. Bayern will play Lyon. And Chelsea will face Borussia Dortmund. So that is the draw for the round of 16 of the Champions League. Interesting that we won't have PSG in there, but we still have to see if Manchester United make it through. I sincerely hope we don't play Manchester United in the next round. So please, Juventus, do us a solid and beat them. All right, the final game then is going to play against Real Sociedad. They're a mid-table side as of the moment, so we should be able to hopefully get the right result here. And we remain unbeaten at the top of the table. Sisto comes back in, Alonso back in, Mayo back in, and De Ligt back in. Lopez remains in goal, though, for this one. Yeah, so no place for Ruben Blanco in the final game of the episode today. But after this, it's Real Sociedad, and then next episode, we kickstart it with a game against Atletico Madrid. So that is going to be a pretty interesting game by all accounts. But let's end it off on a win. We sunk PSG into the Europa League, having beaten them 2-0, and of course Benfica drawing 2-2 with Anderlecht. So can we now finish strongly and get ourselves a victory in the 15th game of the season? Pereira, Pion Sisto again. A little bit of space for Pion Sisto. Sisto, you can't allow him to do that. They've got away with it as Sociedad. The block eventually coming in, but Pion Sisto had all the time in the world there to pick his spot. Vass on the edge of the area now. He hits one. It's pumped up and really came a long way there to punch that. Marcos Alonso looks to set himself, trying to go down the left, trying to beat his man. He actually gets away with it here, Marcos Alonso. Going to get a second chance to whip the cross in. It's deep towards Sisto. It's easy for Rulli. I said it before earlier on in the episode. I'll say it again. The crossing today has been abysmal. Nice turn, Cyprian. Brilliant turn, Cyprian. In the box he goes, and that's another big, big block, this time by Ben Mee. Beginning to sense a little bit of frustration in the ranks of Celta Vigo in this first half, because again, being dominant, Marcos Alonso's got to get better with that. It's a big chance again. And yeah, that's where the frustration's coming in, because we're having these opportunities and being the better side, and yet the score remains 0-0. Sociedad not really giving much of a challenge either. They've really just been the worst side, and I've given that away. I don't know why that pass went back to Manolas, because there was a man there. It was Alan, actually, I wanted that intended pass to. And instead, the game took over and decided it wanted to play it to Manolas instead. Brilliant. Cyprian, Sisto, Pion Sisto driving forward into a really good area. Sisto on the right foot now. Pion Sisto, you can't allow him that time and space. He's too good for that. Sociedad have not learnt their lesson. It's actually worked out putting Sisto a little bit deeper, because it allows him to do runs like this. The number 4 doesn't get anywhere near him at this point now. Look how much time and space he has to pick out his spot. It's poor defending from Sociedad. We've deserved to at least grab the lead here, because we have been the better side. And it is Pion Sisto who breaks the deadlock. Sensational month he's had of football, and he's continuing his form again. And honestly, without him, I think we'd be struggling this season, because Belotti has been a little bit weak, and a few of the other boys obviously missing. The likes of Nabil Fekir has not been ideal and stuff, so Sisto's definitely been a great player for us. Here is Cyprian driving forward. Belotti's through the middle. Andrea Belotti to score and make it 2. He's not going to miss those. He may be out of form, but when you allow him like that to go through the heart of your defence, he's always going to finish those. It's Sociedad 0, Celta 2. What can you say other than that? So far, so good. Pion Sisto, I'm not even joking you. He's reminding me so much, right? In FIFA 17, Anwar El Ghazi was my main man. I'd always call upon him. He was so reliable. And I'll tell you what, Pion is unbelievable. if you guys need a winger in your career modes, right, even if you're not playing as Celta Vigo, take a look at Sisto. He can play cam, striker, winger. He has it all, and he is brilliant. Great win back by Manolas. 2 minutes remaining of normal time. Cyprian, now Mayo, towards Sisto. Oh, that's great play, and we've got a man over. It is actually Marcus Alonso on the left-hand side. Needs a good delivery. That's handball, ref. We didn't get given it. Again, we've had a couple of decisions against us for handball, and somehow that one hasn't gone our way. Ben Mee. Wait. Guys, I'm on defensive, so where's my defenders? That's offside anyway. I'm on defensive, and everybody's bombing up the end of the pitch when we 2-0 up. I don't know what's going on, but still. Going to end the game off here. Referee any moment now will bring the game to a close. There it is. Full-time whistle goes. 2-0 win. 3 points again. It was a little bit frustrating that first half. As I said, a few of the boys weren't very happy with the way it was going. Tension a little bit. But still, we got the job done. Sisto with another fantastic performance. And again, match facts, we were the better side. So 2-0 win to end the episode off today. I am now going to go enjoy myself. Watch England, of course. Because I'm recording this about an hour before it kicks off. So hopefully we'll see England beat Panama. And we'll be basically through the group itself. I think we only need to beat them. And we are basically through. So, yeah. That is how we'll end today's episode off, guys. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you so much for all of your support on the channel. I really appreciate it. You guys are incredible. If you do, if you are new around here and like what you see, the subscribe button is down below. You can click that. Alongside it is a notification bell, should I say. And you'll be notified whenever a video goes live if you click that as well. So I'll see you all again for the next episode in this series very soon. We, of course, will kick-start it off with that game against Atletico. Mixed in there, we got a Copa de España tie against Deportivo, which I most likely will sim. We got Barca coming up as well. We've got Barca coming up twice, actually. And then in February, we'll face Bayer Leverkusen in the round of 16 of the Champions League, where we'll look to go further than the quarterfinals that we were knocked out of last year. But that's it from me for now. I'll see you all again later on tonight for another video. Enjoy watching England, guys. Catch you all later. Adios.